Hi. Hi,
Hi, thank you
Aderinsola.
so much.
Thank you so much
Hi,
for joining our webinar for business
thank
leaders.
you. Thank you so
First of
much.
all, congratulations on all you've accomplished so far with Solasoles and your
Thank
startup
you.
consulting. And
Thank you
massive
so much.
congratulations on being nominated for 25 Under 25 Business Awards.
Thank
That's
you
just,
so much.
yeah. So thank you for joining our webinar and thank you for agreeing to speak with us, share your knowledge with us on
Yeah,
our business leaders webinar today. So
thank you.
just a bit of introduction. My name is Tolani Thomas-Allinson. I'm the principal consultant and the founder of Halisi Consult. We're a business consulting company based in Lagos, Nigeria, operating globally. We help small businesses and startups launch, grow, and thrive with our business plan
Yeah.
services, our growth marketing, business development services, and financing advisory services. So yes, Aderinsola, tell us about yourself. A little introduction on who you are.
Oh, I think it's breaking. Wow. Can you still hear me? Wow.
To Nigeria. We've never had this issue ever.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm in
It's,
Lagos right now, so the internet's
oh,
a bit
wow.
shaky.
Sorry. We're
Derin, if you can
sorry.
hear me, I said you should introduce yourself.
All right. All right. So thank you very much, Mrs. Tolani Thomas, for having me on your webinar. It's such an honor to be here. First of all, I would like to say thank you to your team as well. I say thank you to Anita. Anita, we had a lot of back and forth, but yeah, thank you, Anita. My name is Aderinsola Esther. I am a footwear manufacturer. I create sustainable footwears for women, for kids, both male and female, and also production of orthopedic shoes. I also teach small business owners, startups, on the foundational elements and requirements on how you can scale your business on the best way possible, on the best path possible. So that is what I do right now. I'm a sociologist as well. So most of the time, I could be very practical about my teachings and, apply diverse theories that actually have some sort of effect on our daily lives and activities, and also as regards to things of business as well. So I think that's brief enough. I don't know if you can still hear me because you're frozen.
I can hear you clearly. So,
All right.
why did you start your business? What was your motivating factor for becoming an entrepreneur?
Okay, so I think first of all, I usually say that I think it's inborn because at home at the time I was like 6, 7. I would take like the where they put like provisions at home, you put groceries, all those things. I will go there when my parents want to take something on my siblings. I was okay. Where's your money? Where is your money? But I had the buying and selling spirit right from that time, right? So
I love
I'm
it.
going forward. Thank you. Going forward, there was really nothing until I got into uni. I studied Covenant at Covenant University, and it was in my
Mm.
100 level. It was in my 100 level Omega semester. So Omega semester is like second semester, and then my chancellor, Bishop David Oyedepo, is like, "You're not too small to do great things. You're not too this. You're not too that." Then he's telling us different young people that are doing amazing things around the world. And he's saying, look, don't be that person that, you will play with time because time is an asset of inestimable value. Once it's gone, it is gone forever. So what are you doing with your time right now? And it made so much sense to me. So at the time, he's like, okay, start something, do something, work with your hands. And I started to think, like, Jerry, actually, okay, I like to bake. I like baking. I like to do this. But it just took my mind back to the time I broke my leg in my junior school 3rd year. That was like junior secondary
Mm.
school. I broke my leg. I wasn't able to walk. I was on crutches. So I would just be sitting down doing nothing, and I was always looking down. I didn't have a phone at the time. I was just looking down. I'm looking at my leg. I started paying so much attention to my footwears. I wasn't allowed to wear high heels. I wasn't allowed to wear anything, that would be, too tight or all that stuff. So I wasn't allowed to wear anything complicated. So even till date, I don't like going out with high heels and all that stuff. So I just developed love for flats. I want my slippers this way. I want my sandals this way. So when I had that encounter, I'm like, okay, I think this is actually something I love, right? This is something I would like to do. Like, I hardly find the type of sandal and slippers I would want to buy in Nigeria. How about I do something fantastic in this line? And that was how it was. Like, things started to fall in place, thank God. And it has been amazing so far. That was how I started, and that
It's
was the
an
motivation.
amazing story.
Thank
That
you.
is such
Thank
an
you so
amazing story. I'm happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Like I like that, your journey, your motivation started from when you were a child. I think the
Yeah.
seeds of entrepreneurship are usually planted in us when we're children, and a lot of people don't realize it. But the
Mhm.
foundation is built from when you're really young, and it's
Yeah.
great that you took up all the initiative and looked at an opportunity with orthopedic
Mhm.
shoes and decided
Yeah.
to chase that. That's amazing. Well done.
Thank you
Well
so
done.
much.
So
Thank you.
let's get right into it.
Mhm.
We see scaling as a word, as a term in business a lot. Like a
Yeah.
lot of entrepreneurs and startup founders always say, "Oh, they're working on scaling." Everyone wants to scale. Yes, I mean scaling
Yeah.
means that you're trying to grow your business from the foundational stage to a higher
Yeah.
level where your business is
Yeah.
essentially expanding. So,
Yes.
what does it mean to scale a business to you?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, scaling a business for me, I would say is like I use examples a lot. So I would say,
That's correct.
for example, now I'm on this chair. I'm on this chair right now. I'm comfortable, but I'm like, I know there's something better. There's something better than this chair. There's another thing that can give me another level of comfort, right? Aside what this chair is giving me, even though this place is not bad, or even let's just imagine that the chair is bad, I'm not enjoying it, but I want something better. So a lot of business owners, especially small business owners, were usually so all these big word strategies, scaling. It's basic English. So when they say scaling, scaling for me, I would say is moving from point A, not point A. From point A, I want to move to point, let me say point C, because when I'm talking scaling, I'm not talking, let me just maybe change my paper bag and let me change my logo. Okay, that's fine. But I don't think scaling is like when you want to scale, I don't know how to put it. I want to like break it into bits. I would just say like scaling is something that you have to. Are you back? Okay, you're back.
Yes, I am.
All right. So scaling for me, I would say is just, an intentional step, an intentional bold step, right? In making things better than they used to be in your business. And how do you do that? I think we're going to get to that point. But then like scaling for me is just moving from point A to point B. You might not know the point. You might not know, okay, what point is it? Is it about changing my logo or changing my paper bag or changing my design? No, I think we'll get into that much later. But then scaling basically for me is just improvement. It is from this point, I want to level up. Like I don't like this chair no more. I want a better chair. I don't like this hair no more. I want the hair that is from a human being's head and something very, that's it. Like scaling is just basically saying, okay, do you know what? From here, I want to move that way because I think this space I'm tired, or better still, I want to see this business in a better light. So that's what scaling is for me.
Amazing, amazing answer. Thank you so much for that. One of your fans is in the DMs, is in the comments saying my coach. Yes, the
Hi,
coach.
Sharon.
And Anita is saying hello as well. Yeah.
Hi.
So, when it comes to scaling, would you say there's a difference between scaling your business and growing your business? Is there a difference?
Yeah, I think there is. I mean, I know there is. So, like I said, I like to use examples. Growing your business. Okay, let me say, for example, now I'm in the desert. I'm in the desert, not Dubai desert that there's water, there's barbecue. No, no, no. Like actual desert, actual desert. I'm in the desert. I have no food. I have no water. Now, let me tell you the difference between growing and scaling. When you say I want to grow, for me in that situation can be I want to leave the desert. I just want to leave this place. I want to go to a place, maybe with plants and with the structures. I want to go somewhere else. Growing is basically living where it's like oh, I no longer, I used to have one staff and now I have like five. Now we have a big space. You can have a big space and you're not scaling. It's not equal to scalability. Like it's very different. So for growing can be you just left the desert, you change location. Oh, that's great. You may be to a structure now. You now have a place. But scaling is you have left the desert, you have food and you have water. That's it. It's now like you say, I don't know how to explain it now, but then like that's just what it is. Like I usually like to use examples so people don't like you can remember like what was said and how it was painted, because growing does not equal that somebody has a structure. That's why I'm always telling business owners, like, you guys, don't, there's too much noise on social media, everything is going on. Don't be that person. Just focus and understand that somebody having a mansion, as I'm putting their logo outside, yes, they can be scaling, they can be doing amazing, but that is not scaling. Scaling is like, it's the thing that, oh God, I don't know how to put it now. Scaling is that thing that you see in your revenue, in everything is just different. It's like times two of what you used to be. But then growing is that, oh, we now have, before we used to have 10 people, now we have 20 people, we have this small store, and now this is what it is now. So no, that's growing and scaling is completely different. So yes, I would say they are different, completely different.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, because growing is more of like moving from point. Can you hear me?
Yes,
The
I can
internet
hear you.
is terrible.
I
Can you see
know.
me?
Yes, I can see
So
you.
growing your business is essentially, from what you said, growing your business is moving from point A to point B to point
Yeah.
C. It's things like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, before you were operating your business as a solo entrepreneur, and now
Yeah.
you have staff, you have an office, things like that. But scaling your business is essentially just growing exponentially, quote unquote. So
Yeah.
growing is a component of scaling, but scaling is not growing.
Yes,
Scaling is
exactly.
probably 10xing your sales. If you were
Mhm.
making, for example, 1 million naira revenue monthly, now
Now,
you're gonna 10x to like 10
yeah,
million. So what do you need
yeah,
to scale? So my next question
exactly.
is, what are the things that you need to know to scale your business?
Okay, so first off, I would say if you actually want to scale your business, you as a person, you have to be ready. A lot of business owners are paying for webinars, you're paying for different things, but you're not ready. That is why you see a lot of people are saying, "Oh my God, this
Hmm.
course changed my life. Halisis consult changed my life." But not everybody can say that, because Halisis consult is basically saying, "This is what you need to do." They're literally telling you, "Take this is the expo, just go do it and see how this will work for you, and this will move you from where you are to where you want to be and even beyond." So first of all, if you want to scale, you have to be ready. Stop being that person that you want to scale yet you don't want to move an inch. You actually need to put in the work. And also another thing I'm going to say, if you want to scale, is that you have to be that person that is open to acquiring knowledge, because the world is dynamic. Trust me, what they used to use to scale a few years back is no longer applicable in today's world. So it is very, very important that you are that person, that you are an adaptive entrepreneur. You don't say, okay, I'm tired, I've learned this one now. They want to move us to. If you don't move as the world is moving, as a business owner, most especially on internet, like social media, like an SME, you're using all these places, and you want to be that person, that that's how I am. I think I'm this person. You're going to stay there, and that means you're not ready to scale, right? And you have to be, like they always say, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power, but actual power is applied knowledge. You can be here, you can be learning all these things. Mr. Tony could tell you, oh, this is what you can, you just tell us about, growing is a component, like it's not scaling, like it's part of the things that actually make up for scaling. Like that's actually something I wrote it. I had to write it because I've not heard this before. but like it's just basically putting the things that you see. Okay, I want to see this change. Are you actually ready for the change? Are you ready for the work? Because we're talking scaling, like we said, growing and scaling is different. You can get a loan, get a bigger space, do whatever, but then it doesn't equal to your sales. It doesn't equal to anything that has to do with scaling. So you can see that actually there's a different energy I have to use to approach this subject, right? So you have to be ready to learn. You have to be adaptive. You have to understand that the fact that I'm here doesn't mean automatically automatically my life changes? Are you ready to inculcate the teachings and the learnings that you get from different webinars, different courses left and right? Are you ready to actually put in the work? So that I think honestly, I think that is where the work starts from. Because once you have this idea and you're thinking this way towards this direction, when an opportunity comes, you grab it immediately. When you see an opportunity, you can identify, okay, I think I should do this. I think this is what I need to do. I need to tweak this part of my business going towards this direction. I think I need to do, okay, I think I'm not so clear on this aspect, maybe on the aspect of like Facebook ads. I'm not too sure. I think I'm making a mistake. I can identify that this is the area I am lacking. And in order for me to, scale and be a better person in this aspect, I have to go for it. But if you don't have that
Yep.
understanding, we can just be talking, everybody will be saying everything, and that'll be it. So just not to take our time, I think that's for me, out of a lot of things that
Amazing.
you have said, but that's very important.
Thank you so much for that answer. I completely agree with you on
Yeah,
on the entrepreneur themselves has to go through a journey of development,
yeah,
of improving their knowledge in order for them to scale. Yes, I
yeah.
completely agree with you. So we have a couple of comments and questions. This is Osueleki, joining us from Yenegoa in Bayelsa.
Oh,
And he
hi.
has a question.
Okay.
Growing and scaling are different. What about branching out? I would say, branching out might mean sort of like growing, not necessarily
Yeah.
scaling. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Same, because when you say branching out, so I think I want his question. I don't know. Osweleki, can you please like
So
be, yeah? Can you please? Pardon me. I'm so sorry. Can you please like be very because when you say branching out, like it can be in different ways. It could be in different ways. So if you can be, or I don't know.
maybe branch, like literally like opening a new branch of the business. I don't know what that means
That's what like
essentially, or
I
you
want him to
just
tell
wanted.
us so we can be very sure.
I think that's one thing about business. You have to really understand the context of the business owner, where they're coming from, the business model,
Yeah,
before you then
yeah,
say, okay, this is growth, or this is you need to grow the business,
yeah,
or you need to scale the business.
exactly,
So
exactly.
it's a bit dicey. The context is important. So I'm
Yes.
gonna go contextual here and ask you, how did you know that you needed to scale operations at Solar Souls?
Okay. So I positioned myself and the brand in such a way that, first of all, if you want to know when you are ready to scale, yeah, you would start to see that probably the demand, not even the demand now, like yeah, I think the demand would actually push you to, because when we're talking scaling is like if it's like expanding your capacity in such a way that you're able to say, okay, I think I can no longer handle it with this maybe 2 gig. I used to have 2 gig capacity before, but now I want to scale. And in order for me to scale, like my 2 gig cannot carry where I'm going to. So I had to
Yep.
sit down and say, Derin, what are you gonna do? Because if you actually go with this space, you're gonna make a mess, right? Because you're gonna take up things that you can't handle. So first of all, I had to create room. I had to sit down and look at what I actually had to put in place for my business to work. I wasn't opportune to have a cell phone. I wasn't opportune to have internet access 247, because most of the time in school, the internet would not work. And then I have a business running. I have my store, my online store running. There's so many things I couldn't. But then, like at the time where I knew that I was ready to scale, that was when I started putting my stuff on Shopify. And I said, Derin, this one that there's no internet, there's no this, there's no that. I said, I checked different websites, I checked different things, but Shopify just had what I was looking for. And then I said, okay, fine, I will go for it. So scaling for me at the time was that I had to leave Instagram DM because it was costing me a lot now. I was losing customers. There were a lot of DMs. So I had to move myself. And Shopify, you pay in dollars. I pay in dollars. I pay this plan. I do this one. Different things in place. You can imagine that I was running ads. I wasn't turning off my ads. I was doing this, doing that. and I'm sending everybody to my DM, and I can't meet up. Won't I look like a joke? I look like a clown. But then, if you
Yep.
actually want to increase capacity, you have to make sure that you're able to handle it on the long run. So, how I was able to do that was to have my online store working and redirect my customers to my website. That
Mm.
like just so that I don't take, because that was, if I said I was doing my ads, I was doing everything, generating leads, doing my sales funnel, doing all these amazing things I'm putting everybody able to say, wow, 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 and people want to buy. And then what now happens? I'm unable. So I had to, that's part of the things I had to do, to increase my scalability chance and everything. And I started to see that, okay, how this is coming. I started to automate my processes because,
Hmm.
guys,
That is so.
you guys, like, trust me, trust me. There's some things that even when I want to talk to my students, most of the time the message is sent like maybe this evening, but it will drop for them maybe tomorrow morning. Yes, because there's a whole lot. And if you want to be efficient, you have to learn how to maximize technology. That's what I had to do. I had to maximize technology. I could send you a message now, it's not real time. I've sent it since yesterday. I just only timed it. There's some things you need to do. You will do this, you will do that. All those things, very, very important. So if you need to scale in a world like this, filled with so many, opportunities, technology, all these things, girl, boy, you have to automate your processes. If not, you'll be worn out, you'll be tired. So I think I don't know, did I answer the question? Did I answer
Perfectly,
the
perfectly.
question?
Yeah. So
Okay.
so we've gotten one of the most important things that you did, which is
Yeah.
something that we also tell clients as well, that when you're running a business online, if you don't
Yeah.
have a website where you are um
Mm-hmm.
using to automate your sales, it's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
problem because
Yeah.
you can't really grow or scale your business either one of the two if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
a website that collects orders automatically without you
Yeah.
speaking to the customer.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
having to speak to every single customer means that you would probably never grow.
Yeah.
And there is no way to scale the business if
Yeah.
you are manually performing every transaction. It makes absolutely no
Exactly.
sense. So
I'm
kudos
so
to you
sorry.
on doing that.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. What did you say?
I said that kudos to you on scaling your business, on automating your processes.
Oh, thank you so much. I also wanted to add something.
No.
Please permit me. I think we have business owners right now watching this. I want you guys to understand that Nigerians would buy, because a lot of people right now watching us right now, they're like, websites, who's gonna buy? That's a lie. People would buy. Now the question is, are you giving them so much value that they cannot resist but go to your website to buy? I'm going to use someone as an example. Find Funky Collections on Instagram. She sells on her website, and then you will see how people go there to buy. You think Nigerians are not going to buy? Stop thinking about yourself in like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you actually put value together for these people, they would find you, they will go anything you say, they will do it. Why? Because you're giving them value for their money. You're not just giving up. So the place of value for Nigerians, because you have to understand the type of people that you're dealing with. Nigerians, as we are like this now, already we have trust issues. These are the people that you want to serve. In fact, these are the people that are within your reach. For those of you in Nigeria watching this, these are the people that are within your reach. Naturally, normally, Nigerians have trust issues. And then you want them to go to your website to do what? What exactly do I want to go and do there? But then, if you are that brand that you're always showing us your reviews, you're always putting things out there, you're creating content, and you're giving amazing products, amazing prices, value for their money. Because, and another thing about made in Nigerian brands, please, made in Nigerian brands, don't discourage Nigerians from buying from you. If you're a made in Nigerian brand, take it easy on us now. Like, take it easy on us. You see prices over the roof. You see people, and then they will rather buy another brand. They will rather buy. So what? Let's do ourselves good. And most of the time, people that do these things, they are making money, but you're not making as much money as you should. So you might be making the money if the money is there, but do you know that you can make times 20 of what you're actually making? So once there is value, don't be scared about websites. Don't think, oh, it's because maybe Miss Tolani is from the DA and the others people, and that's how it's a lie. Nigerians are buying. I personally, they are buying from me. People go to my website, they pick. I don't talk to nobody some days. My staff doesn't talk to nobody some days, and we receive orders. People are going there, they are buying, and they're not talking to nobody. So you can do the same too. You can do the same. Yeah.
I completely agree with you. We've had clients where when we advise that they should move their Instagram business to a website, they're like, "Oh, no one's going to buy from the website,"
Mm.
and it's an ongoing problem. Like, yes, we have trust issues, and I say things
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay, if Jumia could do it, you can do it as well." And they're like, "Oh,
Yes.
I'm not as big as Jumia." So I think that one thing to work on also is the limiting factor, the mindset of the entrepreneur. If
Yeah.
you believe that you offer value enough for people
Yeah.
to buy from your website, then they will buy from your website.
Yeah.
When you start your business as an Instagram business, you need to progress to the point where
Yeah.
it's a website, because not
Yes.
only would that create some form of peace of mind for you on a daily basis, that you can make money
Mhm.
without having to reply DMs or without having to
Mhm.
be present online every time, and you can have a life outside of your business. It
Yes.
also gives you an opportunity for people to buy from you internationally. So then it helps you
Yes.
become a global brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask about that next, because I saw in your bio where you mentioned that you have sessions from over 47 countries in the
Yeah.
world. So please,
Yes.
can you share with us some strategies that you took to achieve that?
Okay. It, it, well, I would say like when you want to like promotions, like promoting your product, and let me just give this free this tip. Let me tell you people won't hack now. Let me tell you. First of all, you need to know your business. Know your brand like the back of your hand. There are some things that you should not be spending on promotion. Like you should not spend on that particular post. It's not doing anything for you. Don't worry. But there are some posts or there are some of your products because you have data. That is why website is very important. Because you have data, even Instagram does a little of it. When you go to view insights, you can see people that have saved it, liked it, shared it. You're familiar. Now, once you get to know these things, you will see that okay, there's no way I would promote this thing or I would put this thing out there and at least if 50 people see it, I'm very, very certain that at least 15 will buy. That's traffic.
Yep.
You're generating traffic to the point where, and you're not just generating traffic blindly. I'm not generating traffic to say, okay, come and buy from me because I think it's cute. What I think might be cute might not be cute to the people I want to sell it to. Newsflash. So your opinion actually most of the time does not matter. What is your data saying? What is your data saying? What is your insight saying? What is it telling you? So listen to your brand, understand your brand, and then you start to pump money into the things. It's like sales funnel. At the top of the funnel, you see attraction. There's a particular, trust me, there's something you are doing that is so fantastic that there's no way people see they don't like it.
Yep.
Except you're doing something wrong. Probably your photography is bad, or product presentation is poor, maybe that. But we're talking about people that actually you have all these things set. I need you to understand that it's very easy. Don't feel overwhelmed. Don't feel like I get it. Just know that you have to know your business. So by the time I identified these products, I identified, okay, these are the things that are actually, looking at it, I don't want to waste money. Yes, I want to make money. At the same time, I don't want to do things blindly. So what do I do? How do I go about it? And then I started to look at my data. I started to look at my insights. Okay, this is what people are, interested in the most. Okay, these products are my go-to. Okay, these are the ones that, would help me generate quality leads, like buying customers, not people that just want to come and like my post and go. They're ready to buy. So when I identified these things, I started to promote. And you know how Instagram does it, how Facebook, how Meta does it. You can put it in different locations. And I say, okay, from this time to this time, I want to create a never ending traffic source. I learned this thing
Hmm.
from Choma ESD of Accounting Hub. Oh man, it's amazing. She said, create a never. That is what business owners don't understand. Traffic is equals to when you want to make pack. You take let me see, what can I use? Let's say this is like a bag of corn or maize rather. You take this bag of maize and you want to make pap. Do you know that the pap that will come out of this sack, it won't be as full as this? It can probably be here. That is what happens. That's what happens with traffic. So don't think, okay, I'm spending 5,000 naira, and so you're spending I spend 5,000 naira every day. I spend 10,000 naira every day, and so If you're a business owner, you have to understand that you have to spend money to make money. I spent money to get those people, to get those amount of persons to come to my website and shop. I had to spend money, right? So you have to understand that first of all, you have to know your business. If you do it blindly, you will make a lot of mistakes and you will waste money like no man's business. So it is very, very important that you start to you know your business so well that even when you make a mistake, it's not a silly one. It's not a silly mistake. There are mistakes and they're silly mistakes. Like there are things that if you share it, you will say, why are you doing that? Why would you even do that? Like what were you thinking? Right? So even if you make mistakes, you make silly mistakes. So I say know your business so well, know those products and push it out there to the countries, to people that people will show interest from different places. And then you start to, you get their data, you get their emails, you give them offers, strategies. Strategy is not big English. Strategy is a synchronized step-by-step plan. It's a plan. It's just, this is the plan I want to use. Okay, maybe when they do this one, I will do this one. That's what strategy is. Strategy is not any big English, but that was what I did. I made sure to, push my like I could see that you've already entered my trap. I mean, you have my money in your hand. Just give it to me. And what do? I give you strategies. I give you offers, different things like that. So that was how I was able to, push myself out there to those countries.
It's amazing. That's a very, in fact, you're right. It's free game, free
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
So know your business, listen to the data, identify
yeah,
the winning product based on this data and insights that you see from your website and
yeah.
you see from your Facebook,
Instagram,
your
yeah,
Instagram
Meta,
insights as well.
yeah,
Promote them, promote these winning products,
hmm,
create a
yeah.
never-ending traffic source. That's the
Traffic,
fourth one.
yeah.
Never-ending traffic source, and give your
Hmm,
customers offers based on this amazing strategy. This is like perfect sales strategy from top to bottom. Like it goes from
yeah,
attraction to interest to desire to action. Like it covers
yeah,
everything. Thank you so much
yeah.
for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So that being said, scaling is good, implementing the proper sales strategy for you to scale is great. But
Yeah,
despite all of this, um, there are still challenges with scaling
hmm,
your business. There are some
yeah,
challenges that every business owner will meet along the way. And I
yeah,
think that these are the things that, show the quality of entrepreneur that you are. So
yeah,
my next question is, what are the challenges that you faced when you were trying to scale your business and how did you overcome
yeah.
them?
Okay. Challenges like I mentioned earlier, at the time I was in school, I was unable to, I didn't have a phone. How would you have a business you don't have a phone? Is it possible? But then how was I able to overcome that? Because I actually wanted to scale. Remember, I said I was promoting my stuff. I could identify the things that were bringing me money and I want to make more. So it would be dangerous and it would be silly of me to keep doing that, yet I don't have the capacity to handle it. So what did I do and how was I able to do it? Like I said, I had to create my own store. I was scared initially. I was so scared. Oh, who's going to buy from me? I'm just starting. I started using my website in 2020. I said, who's going to buy from me? Who's going to buy? But then I started to understand that if you actually give your customers the value for their money, there is no way that you will make sales or you won't be able to scale excellently well. And another thing I would say about scaling is the entrepreneurs themselves. Like I always use this example sometimes. There was this situation one time I was supposed to fly, but then the flight was delayed last minute. And then they say, sorry, the flight was delayed because the pilot had food poisoning. So my pilots could not fly. And then we were delayed for, I think, about an extra 1 hour. And then when I started to look at it, I said, do you know that actually linking this to business, some people, your business doesn't have a problem, you have the problem. By the time I was going to start, by the time I was going to start by the time I was planning on like scaling, or I started to say, okay, I need to do better now. I think I need to, expand my this and expand my that. I noticed that deep down in my mind, yeah, if I listened to that voice that told me, Derry, I don't think this is for you. I don't think you are there yet. Nobody is ever there yet. The time you are there yet is the time you decide to move, and that's it. So for me, I would just say like what happened to the pilot. Don't be that person that you're the reason why that business is not scaling. If I listen to that voice and I listen to the doubts and I listen to, you're too small now, I don't think nobody's going to ever, you're not going to do it. So if you're going to do it, why not just do it and do it well? So like the whole plane thing, your business, it can't, like the plane it couldn't even taxi, talk less of fly. We were all stuck there. So your business is just waiting for you to make the
Mm.
move. Are you ready to make the move? Are you ready to actually take the business on that journey? Are you actually ready to fly the aircraft? Don't be an unfit CEO. My pilot could not fly because he was not fit. He had food poisoning. He couldn't take nobody nowhere. Who doesn't want to kill? So he had to step aside and we had to get a replacement. So the replacement now for you is this you that you have come here.
Wow.
I'm very sure that you're living here with a changed mind. So you're the new pilot that's
Mhm.
putting in the aircraft. Everybody's business is an aircraft. Everybody's business. You're launching. It's like a spaceship. You are launching. Launch into greater realms. Stop being afraid. Stop limiting yourself. Some of you, your business is not bad. It's just left for you to say, okay, I want to take it to the next level. I think I'm ready. I think I want to do this, and I think I want to do. That's what it is. So, are you even ready? If I, like I said, if I listen to my voice at the time, I don't think, because trust me, they will, and you'll be hearing bad things. Website, who buy from me? Who will do this one? But then if you understand that this is the value that I want to give, and I know for sure from the data I have and all of these things, I know I'll pull through. It might not be easy. It wasn't easy for me. It wasn't all that rosy. I didn't have this whole 7 countries the first year. It didn't happen like that, right? I understand, not even I understood. I understand the importance of processes. If you want to scale, you have to understand that it's a step-by-step thing. It's like no woman goes to bed 2 months pregnant and wakes up with a baby in her arms. It doesn't work like that. You don't plant a seed now and eat the fruit right away. It doesn't happen like that. So what are you gonna do? You have to wait. If 9 months is 9 months, if you cannot wait, maybe don't marry or close your legs or something. But that's what it is. This is the time frame. This is the time frame. This is how it works. So are you ready? Are you going to be patient enough with your business and yourself, right, on the way to scaling the business? So I think the way I was able to overcome the challenge was, first of all, working on my mindset, because that was the thing that was limiting me so bad. And I said, Derin, I think you just have to go. Sometimes you have to do it afraid. You have to do it afraid. It doesn't matter. But then you have so much faith in your business. You're so sure. You're so certain. That's what helped me, and that's how I was able to overcome those challenges. So yeah, and also like on the area
Wow,
of living in Instagram,
amazing
it was like
story.
sorry, on the area of living Instagram, it was like strategic positioning of people and resources. Some of you might just be wasting your money on things that are not supposed to be. Please stop it. Don't. There are some things that you can do for yourself. Do you know? Like sometimes I tell people, you can do CAC certification by yourself. Why do you have to go pay somebody double the money, instead of you to be using that extra money that are giving somebody to do the certificate for you, to probably learn something, or do something. So I was very, very intentional and strategic about my resources and the people outside of school, because that was one of that was like the biggest issues I had. Because if I wasn't able to do this right from school, I probably would just be starting Solasoles by now, and we won't be here at all. It wouldn't be here. So
Honestly, we
that's
would.
what I'm gonna say.
You took the leap,
Yeah,
and everyone is benefiting from it today. The world is benefiting from it
yeah,
today. That's
yeah.
amazing. Okay, so my
Thank
next
you.
question has to do with milestones. So
Okay.
milestones for me is very important when you're scaling, because then it helps you stay accountable
Yeah,
to your goals. It also helps you
yeah.
understand how much you've scaled so far, like if you've been able to achieve what you set out to achieve in the first place. So how do you push yourself, or how do you get yourself to hit your milestones when you're
Okay.
scaling your business?
Okay, so in sociology, there's something we call positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. When you have positive reinforcement is basically when this thing is achieved, this is what I'm going to do for myself. When this thing is achieved, this is what we're going to do as a team, right? So everybody, and it's not, oh, we're going to drink Coke, we're going to drink Fanta. No, it's more than that. Like it's something that you definitely look forward to. So milestones for me is like,
Yeah.
and let me also say this before I proceed. When we talk about milestones, a lot of business owners, like small business owners like myself, we often box ourselves and have this expectations about what your milestone should be. Your milestone should be that you're on Forbes. Your milestone should be that you have over 20,000 orders on your, on the floor, and you're swimming in the middle, and that's a milestone. No, that is false. That is a lie. There are certain things that you do in your business. It makes you so happy because that's even the first time it's happening. You have 5 people patronize you. What? That is huge. Like, that's a milestone for you. That is how you can, and you have to account. See, I have a book. I write everything. It might sound silly to someone else. I don't care. It means a lot to me. Sorry. I don't care, but it means a lot to me. So first, yes, yes. So first of all, you have to understand that what is first milestone is relative. Milestone is relative. For some people, milestone is I opened the store in Lekki. That is when the little things. When I sold my first 100 orders, my first 50 orders. The time I made up a bride. Oh my God, I made up a bride. I did. Like those are milestones. Don't be carried away by the facade on social media. Everybody is setting a very, very unrealistic standard, and that is what there was this issue one time about one lady. She put empty paper bags on the floor, empty, and then she slept in the middle, and then she said, "Oh, thank you, my customers." And then people started to see what's going on. Like, the bags are empty. Why are you deceiving us? And why are you this? And why are you that? And why are you this? Do you know that there are small business owners that they saw that picture, they say God when. It's okay for you to say God when, because there are actually people that make that much sales. So it's okay for you to say God when. But you know where there's a problem? When you have 3 packages and you can't put it out because you think this is what I'm supposed to put out. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Go at your own pace. Go at your own pace, and you decide what milestones are for you. I'm a makeup artist. I used to make up for normal people, but one day, somebody looked at me and gave me the privilege of making her up on her special day. That is a milestone. Don't let anybody define anything for you. You decide what it is. You decide, okay, this is for me now, my milestones. At the time I was in school, I have when I made my first orders, even Shopify told me, "Oh, congratulations on your first 100 orders," different things like that. When I moved from nylon to paper bag, it was a milestone because this is what I like. My packaging was so my packaging was so presentable, and I say, hey, now, but at the beginning I could not do that, right? But then now, these are things, these are things that I'm very happy that I could transition from this point to this point. So milestones are relative, and when you want to do certain things, you have to set your goals. Okay, I see myself in this place. I see myself at this point, maybe at this particular time of the year. And when you want to set goals, your goals have to be according to SMART. Your goals have to be specific. Your goals have to be measurable. They have to be achievable. They have to be realistic, and they have to be time bound. Once you see all those 5 things and they are in place, trust me, and there's positive reinforcement attached, like Derin. Once you make this amount, once you do this, and once you put and you close sales, you send email, you put this one, put offers, put discount code, give them this one. I will do this for myself. I will buy this one for myself. Those are things that will push you. Those are things that will push you and encourage you. You're a business owner, you're not a slave. Don't worry. Rest, relax,
Yes,
take
you
care of
are not
yourself.
a slave. You're not a slave to your customers, definitely.
Yeah, so take care of yourself. And honestly, that's how I do my milestones. I set goals. You set goals weekly. It's because I have a daily planner every day. There's something I want to achieve every day. If I take it a day at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Every day I want to do this. Every week I should have done this. By this month, I should have done this. At the quarter of the year, I should have done this. This year, I hope, to achieve this. And if it doesn't happen, you go again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't define you. It doesn't matter. Just keep going, regardless. Just keep going, because there's a place you see yourself. There's a place you see that business, and you have to go for it if you actually, want to see that thing come to, light and be a reality.
Completely agree with you. Amazing insight. Thank you so much for sharing this insight. I really, really love that you put examples to it, and you broke it down for us. I think it's amazing. So at this point, I want to say, if anyone has a question for Derin, please drop it in the comment box so that we can ask him. So that we can ask her before she leaves. She's a very busy entrepreneur, as you can see. She has orders from 7 countries. It's not beans. So ask now while the offer lasts. We have 15 more minutes to the end of the session. So ask your questions now, and then we can.
Or if you have anything you want to say that other people can learn from too, feel free.
That would be great. Any insights you want to share?
Yeah, but thank
anyway,
you.
This is a moment for you to plug yourself in Solasoles. How can we find Solasoles?
Okay, you can find Solasoles on Instagram and on your what's it called now? See on your browser www.solasoles.com. You can go there. That's from there, so if you can locate my Instagram. The Instagram is SOLA_SOLES. So you can go to my Instagram and see what I do. My website as well is www.solasoles.com. So you can also go there as well, read, check what I do, and I would love to see like a feedback when you buy. Though, please buy, shop. Christmas is coming. Don't be that person. There's all these people that like to rush. So yeah, it would be amazing to hear from you and all that stuff. So yeah, that's how you can find Solasoles anywhere around the world, everywhere. You find
What about Derin? How do we find you on social media?
Okay, my personal Instagram is derin.omirin. I don't use Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I just got on Facebook. I'm still trying to navigate my way through that place. I don't think I'm not sure it's for me, but I'll try. But I'm more on Instagram. I don't know. It's just off. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand the timeline.
It's for an older generation, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. I think, but for business owners, Facebook is the place to be. Facebook is the place to be. According to this data, I think in 2015, Meta gave this data in 2015. Monthly users on Facebook was the highest, 2 billion monthly users. I think Instagram at the time was 750,000.
It should have dropped by now, Derin. TikTok is taking over. Honestly, it should have dropped by now. I don't think Facebook has that much users anymore.
For business owners.
For businesses, yes. I've seen a lot of business owners, especially in your kind of trade where it's a physical product where they do live shopping and they do like TikTok live and they're selling their products. So I'm still trying to study.
Do Nigerians do it, or it's all these Chinese people?
No, I see. Well, to be fair, it was when I was in the UK that I was seeing it a lot. So I'm not sure if it's available to Nigerians yet. But when I was in the UK, TikTok kept sending notifications that I can do live shopping. And I was like, okay, this new one. One thing I learned about social media platforms, especially for business, is that you want to get in when it's easy for you to grow your audience on that platform. Do you understand? Like on Instagram, people that open Instagram accounts 5 years ago will tell you that it's not what it used to be. Because 5 years ago, you could run an ad with $100 a month and your sales would literally 10x, 5x that amount. But these days, everyone is a business owner on Instagram and everybody's running ads on Instagram. So you have to compete for attention. Yeah. So, I mean, Facebook is great, Instagram is great, but I've learned that once a new social media platform comes out, go there, master it before anybody else. So I think TikTok is great as well. We're working on TikTok internally. We're trying to figure out how to make it work for us as well. But our presence must not, my blessing must not pass me by. We are present.
I started using TikTok, I think last year and this year. That's when I started using TikTok. I started using it. Let me try. But it's only dancing they dance. I cannot dance.
I cannot dance. I was going to comment and say something. I actually noted it down before you mentioned it. So before I asked the question that made you say something about positive reinforcement, what you learned in sociology, I was going to comment that I have actually noticed that people that study social sciences, like sociology and psychology or the arts, they make really good entrepreneurs because a lot of people think business is about accounting and finance. Yes, those parts are important, but business is a lot of sales psychology. You have to be able to understand people, the science of understanding people, which is psychology. I'm sorry, sociology, right?
Yeah, sociology. Understand the study of man and the environment.
Bless. So I feel like you being a sociologist, like from your educational background, really played a very massive impact in you conquering in the business world. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree. Strongly agree. I do. And even at the time I was going to start my coaching program, when there are like people that say, "Oh, I'm a startup coach," and I said, "Derin, probably you don't just have the capacity to be a startup coach because startup is actually wide. Except I don't think I have a lot of people. I don't like. I'm not like Halisis consults now. You people are another level. Yeah, yeah, no, 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 no. But like at the time I was going to start, I said, okay, what exactly? Because even when you want to do a study or you want to carry out a research, they will say you have to fill a gap. There are 1,001 problems in the world. There is something you have to fix. So at the time I was going to start, I said, okay, what exactly can I do, like in my own little way, to make people to understand that it's actually not hard. You just need to have a very, very clear understanding on how to run a successful business. And I said, okay, let
Mm-hmm.
me divide it into three. I divided it, I say foundations, there are pillars, and then there's the structure. Me, I will focus on the foundation because I think I do very well with talking to people. I'm making you to understand that, listen, this is how this thing works. And then I can show you
Yep.
data. And then I can tell you this is what it is. And I can tell you this is how it works. I don't, people can teach Facebook ads. I cannot, I know how to do Facebook ads, but then I can't, that's not my area. That's not my forte. I can teach you
I agree.
Facebook ads. I can tell you a little about content creation. I can tell you something, I can just tell you something little on some areas. But you see that foundation with sociology
But
at the
you know
back.
it, you have the knowledge, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. I
Yeah,
see what you
exactly.
mean. Yeah, but you have the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, and the knowledge is unmistakable. Do you understand? There's
Mm-hmm.
somebody out there that needs what you have to offer. The
Yeah.
world needs what you have to offer. So no
Yeah.
knowledge is lost. No knowledge is too small.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is important. It's also
Yeah.
important. I love that you classified yourself as a foundational startup coach because it's
Yeah.
very important for business owners, entrepreneurs to know what season they are in. So are you
Yeah.
in your season of okay, I need to
Foundation.
get everything first?
Yeah.
Yes, which is where you what you teach the foundation will be like from zero
Yeah.
to one. So from one
Yes.
to two, let somebody else go and
Mm-hmm.
take that. But you are dealing with from zero
Exactly.
to one. Come to me, let me
Exactly.
break it down for you. And I love it.
Yes.
It's just I love
Yeah.
it. It's
Thank you
straight to
so
the point. It's
much.
really
Thank
yeah, no
you.
worries.
Thank you so
And
much.
we're here to help from 1, 2, 3 to wherever to
Mm-hmm.
100.
Exactly. Exactly.
No worries. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, Derin. I really, really
Thank
appreciate that
you.
you took time to be here and that you were here on
Yeah.
time. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. I wish you all the best with the business.
Thank you so
Alrighty.
much. I'm so grateful. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Alrighty. Um, so you know what we do at Halisi Consult? We're a business development consulting company based in Lagos, Nigeria. We help businesses launch, grow, and thrive with our services. Our business plan services, our business development and growth marketing services, our finance advisory services, and our fundraising services as well. So today we had Derin, who was absolutely amazing. She's a foundational startup coach. If you want to reach out to her, her she shared her contact details over the video. So if you watch it to this point, you would have a contact details and you'll be able to patronize Solasoles as well. So yeah, that's all our time today. Thank you guys so much for joining us till we go again.